Hi, I'm Greg, and I'm going to talk to you about performance-based job interviews, or PBIs. We are going to cover three things today. The first of which is, what is a PBI? Second of all, how to prepare for a performance-based interview. And finally, how to answer questions during a performance-based interview. What is a PBI? During a performance-based interview, you're going to be given a specific situation by the interviewer. And what you're going to be expected to do is to give a response based on how you've handled that situation in the past, or how would you handle that situation in the future. For example, tell me about a time when you implemented a change in one portion of the organization that negatively impacted another part of the organization. How did you deal with the resulting problems? Answering a question like that, you're going to have to tap into your individual skills and abilities and tell that interviewer how would you resolve the issue, or how would you produce results based on that opportunity. Now, with the people I coach on performance-based interview, we have a few goals. The first of all is we expect you to be able to quickly recall facts of past events. We don't want you to sound scripted. And we want you to be able to give concise answers so that you're not sitting there rambling on during the interview and you're actually answering the question that was asked of you. Now, there's a technique I use, and that technique I use to prepare for performance-based interviews is called mastering your stories. To master your stories, what I would tell you to do is get a notebook, and in that notebook, 8 or 10 pages of that notebook, you are going to use, in every one of those pages, you're going to have a specific accomplishment that you've had, and you are going to list all the details of that accomplishment, just the facts. So what we want to do is, when it comes to accomplishments, is list either extraordinary accomplishments that you've had, or some of the things that you do on a routine basis, but you do it at a high level. So when we start listing all the details of these accomplishments, we want to break it up into 4 sections. First, what was the challenge? Second, tell us a little bit about the context of the situation. Third, what actions did you take? And finally, what were the results or the outcomes of this accomplishment? Remember, you're listing the facts. So you're not writing out complete sentences, you're not writing out an entire paragraph or a narrative, just a list of facts so that it helps you recall that information during the job interview. And you're going to study these facts. The reason why this is important is we want to, when you're asked a question and you're giving an example of an accomplishment you want to have those facts at the tip of your tongue so that you're ready to give them out. What we want to prevent is you sitting there trying to recall those facts and you're starting to use filler words. Well, you know, those things, they don't look good in an interview. Matter of fact, sometimes it could be received by the interviewer as this person is trying to make up some stories. Finally, I want to give you some advice using this tool and preparing for job interviews. I want you to find someone to practice with, someone who can not just act as an interview, but also coach you through this process, because it takes practice. Someone who's going to ask you interview questions, and at the end of the interview will tell you the things that you did well, followed by give you some recommendations to improve. Well, I'm Greg. This is all I have for right now. I want to thank you for your time and attention.